couple months.
Yeah, I certainly was. I was the biggest hater on TikTok, but now Abby was the one who convinced me. She said, just try it and give it time. There's what are you going to lose? And she was right. So I hope to put more on that.
I may need to, and I definitely may need to be tutored on TikTok, but however, as a content creator, you always have a list of people that you want to collaborate with. Like, I have a list of people, like a mile high, who want to sit down for an interview. So who are your dream collaborators?
Oh, man. Well, can I get you onto an ostrich to go ostrich racing with me?
That would be fun. That would be fun. I would be a little bit terrified, but I think it would be a majority of my family, my close friends, and maybe my audience would be definitely seeing me in a different light if I took on an ostrich. But I need to have like seatbelts and harnesses on.
Okay, we can take care of that. I got I'll get a helmet, pads, the full nine, so you're safe. If we can get you on an ostrich, then Jacob Elacher's at the top of the list. We're doing 2020 ostrich racing. But if I can't get into the ostrich race, I love collaborating. Frankly, I guess the best answer is I love collaborating with friends. And I'll start there because I love facilitating relationships that are like, this is awesome. I'm so happy that, we connected again. I haven't talked to you in years. And this started 7 years ago. So it's really fun for me to collaborate with people that are in the content space that are and have different audiences or doing a totally separate thing than me, but I've had a relationship with them outside of just content, and that's exciting to tie those together. And I think more on like celebrity, if you will, or big dream collaborators. I guess on a brand standpoint, I'd love to do something with Red Bull. I, for the longest time, have always said Red Bull would be, kind of like the dream brand or collaboration to do with them, because that's just so, they kind of embody live life adventurously to the max. In regards to people, this is kind of a random person you might not see coming, but I would love to take Mario Lopez on a crazy outdoor adventure with me, because Mario Lopez is an awesome host. I think he's a great host. He happens to be a star in one of my truly all-time favorite shows, Saved by the Bell. I think I could win any trivia show on Saved by the Bell because I love that show. And then also, Mario Lopez surprisingly has this interest in kind of interesting adventure sports. There's a sport called this. I know this is going to sound crazy, but there's this sport in Finland called wife carrying, and it sounds very bizarre, and it is. And it's where you carry your wife, it's almost like a fireman carry, and you're running down over this obstacle course through Finland. And I saw Mario Lopez post something where he wants to compete in it. And I said, oh my God, he is one of the only people I've ever known to even mention this sport that I've known about.
I remember seeing something like this on Live with Kelly and Ryan. It's definitely, and like they had to do it. And like, if Ryan Seacrest can do it, then you can do it, my friend.
I love it. So yeah, and Ryan Seacrest too. Ryan Seacrest is he's the all-star, the OG of hosting, and he'd be a fun one to collaborate with too.
Absolutely, I definitely got to say Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa would be a great duo to do that. I think it'd be fun to get Joy Behar.
Okay.
Or Sunny Hostin or Megan McCain, the ladies of The View. Like, because I know that Whoopi's busy, but like, however, I think all four of them would be fun to collaborate with.
That'd be awesome. They would be an amazing collaborator. If you collaborate with them, then maybe somehow we could all collaborate together and get everyone out to if we got everyone out to do a wild adventure sport, I think that would just be my dream, to get everyone doing some crazy adventure like that you would never see them do.
Oh my God, I can just imagine the possibilities like of all these different people doing that. So, however, we got to wrap this interview up. So, here are one of my last two questions. So, as we know, we're both of us, I can't believe we're nearing a decade outside of CU. So, and there's media makers from the University of Colorado's, CMI, the College of Media Information, are about ready to graduate and about ready to enter the world. So if you had the opportunity to go and meet with them or with other media makers from around the country or around the world, what advice would you give them?
The advice I would give some people is probably understand that the media landscape changes so quickly and moves at such a fast pace that just because one person has done it one way does not mean that you need to do it their way. You can do it. I think one of the things I've learned over the past 10 years or so is there's no wrong way of becoming a media maker and creating media that you find exciting and you're passionate about. There's not, the rules are still being written for a lot of this stuff. And I love that this is an industry that you can work in where the advice that someone gave you a year ago might not even be the best advice a year from then, And so I think what I've seen is listen to your gut, listen to what makes sense to you. Just because, again, a group of people have done it one way doesn't mean that the way you're doing it isn't right. And the other side there is it is a marathon, not a sprint. That is something that keeps ringing true to me time and time again is, this is a career that takes years and years and years to even start seeing a little bit of success in, where other careers, you want to see that instant gratification. Well, I guess in any career you want to see instant gratification, but in other industries, you might be able to attain that sooner. But it literally might take someone 10, 20, 30 years to start seeing some success. So going into it with that mindset, I think is helpful when you have your ups and downs, your frustrations, that, hey, you had a tough week or you had a tough month or whatever, a year even, it's okay. It's the long game plan. And one of my favorite quotes that Gary Vaynerchuk, I don't know if you're familiar.
Gary, absolutely. I love him on LinkedIn.
Yes, he's great. One of my favorite quotes of his is people often overestimate how much they can create or accomplish in 1 year, but they underestimate how much they can accomplish or create in a lifetime. And I think that is so true because we get so caught up in, I need to be doing all these things. I hit these levels of success in the short term, in this week, this month, this year. But you forget you have years and years and years and years to build that and create that. And if you set your mindset up to, hey, I'm in it for the long haul, I'm doing this for my whole life, really, the next 30 years, it's amazing what you can accomplish if you have that mindset. It just might not be next week that you're going to hit that level.
Awesome. So my last question is, where can my listeners find you on social media?
Yes. So all of my social media is just at Wade Holland. My first and last name, Wade, W-A-D-E, Holland like the country, Holland. So I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, LinkedIn, and now, which Jacob's going to see more, is on TikTok. So if you go on TikTok, you'll find me there. I don't think any of your listeners will go to TikTok, and that's okay because I don't do that much on TikTok yet.
Alrighty. So anyway, guys, if you want to hear more from me, head to jakestake.com. Once again, it's jakes-take.com. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Jacob Elyashar. And then you can also catch my podcast, The Jake's Take with Jacob Elyashar podcast, on both Spreaker and on Apple Podcasts. So I got to say this, Wade, I am so grateful we got to finally reconnect. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for all the success. And something tells me you're not just done yet.
Thank you so much, my friend, for having me on. It is so great to catch up with you again and to be on your podcast. It's so crazy that was 7 years ago was the last time we were on Jake's Take, and I'm grateful to be on it again.
Alrighty, guys, have a fantastic day. See you later.